Hello, thank you for coming to my YouTube channel. I'm gonna paint today, but we're gonna call this the Emporium of Alisha. Right now I just have Dollar Tree brushes, Dollar Tree paint, Dollar Tree canvas. It's gonna be a process. I should get a pencil. Wait 1 moment. Alright, I'm back. But I did do some previous art. I don't know if you can see it, but I have this, which she is the moon, and he is the galaxy, and it kind of like shines in a certain light. And I have this old painting that I did. So that's, today I was thinking about an angel that I used to draw, but she was like chained up, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna just do a rough sketch of her face and her body. You know how other people do like the circular thing where they'll go and do the circles and start drawing that way. I don't know if I like that as much as just freehanding it. I feel like I enjoy that more. That's my ice machine. Don't mind that noise in the background. Then we'll go over it with paint. And today I had a job interview that didn't go so well, hence why I'm YouTubing here. I figure you gotta get known somehow at some point, I guess. I'm gonna make her hold her arms. So I'm gonna bring this in, and then We'll do purple on here. And I almost like take all the art that I do and do it from freehand, like I said, but almost like it's me, but it's not. And then I'll erase some of these lines once I'm done. Comes up like above the chests. So that's what erasers are for. Then I'll show you. One her like leaning over, holding her legs. Now I'll do some cool background on it. Can't just have it like black. You know, I mean, we could, but I'm gonna bring that back down here a little bit. There. And then we bring my leg out a little bit. And what I went for was what I did back in, what was it, 2005 to 2019. I took care of people, which I thought would be good, like, start on where, you know, my progress for a job, because I used to work for Bosch at, you know, as a tankless tech support, hot water tankless tech support, I should say. And I was really good at it. I loved the job. It was just a lot of drama going on in the workplace. If I could get a hold of Bosch, I would. Let's go down to her, like, but are their tankless units great? Yeah, they're awesome. I would highly recommend their tankless units. But like their ACs are good. they have good tech support, which is pretty much us. We did the electric side of the tankless, or I mean the AC units. So they had us doing way more than what the job description was, and I was totally okay with that. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. There we are. I like talking to the contractors and thus far we'll fix it a little bit, but their furnaces, on the other hand, I heard that the gray ones that they had before are a lot better than the blue ones, the outer casing, the blue ones. Then I'll do her wings, but let me finish her back here. And you know, people have their complaints, but I think Bosch is a good company, thus, you know, for the thermotech. I really wanted to get into the geothermal equipment. But I didn't get thus far. They didn't want to, there was no room for growth in that job. You either was a manager or nothing. Supervisor, sorry. Supervisor. And, you know, sometimes an individual does not want that added stress to the situation, even though it would be nice to get off of the phones. It's not worth that extra stress involved. Oh, I got wings so far. I enjoy that. Alright. Now for the wings. Alright. I'm going to flip it upside down. don't remember how I used to do the wings. I guess I can freehand it. I'll paint it. I want to paint it black. I like. Don't hold me, Jeff. I like painting black afterwards, but. And you know, the job market right now sucks, as everyone knows it does. But being a single mother of four, but I only have 3 at home right now. It's pretty hard to sustain yourself, or sustain yourself. But we'll get through. God has a plan, of which I'm not sure what it is, but here we'll find out. And there's the bottom of the wings. And then I'll just start from there. There. And it's always like the drawings and the paintings don't look good at all until you finish them, and then they look really good. It's like the same with all drawings. They look horrible until you're finished with them, and then you're like, there it is. So we'll just continue with it. But I want to put chain around her wings, just to symbolize how I feel right now. You know what I'm saying? And maybe later I want to play like this game with you guys. Maybe once I get the subscriber count here. I don't know. Happy little mistakes, as Bob Ross says. Happy little mistakes. I've had this paint for a while. All right. You can always get back over it. I'll scoot it over a little bit. Can't really see what I'm doing, but hey. Oh, the game that I was saying, I was gonna start like lip singing music because you can't do it on YouTube, and having you guys guess whenever I have my live, I think that would be pretty cool. I mean, and maybe I'll give a genre of music that I'm singing so you guys can get a better guess. I don't think it would be that hard to guess what I'm dancing and lip singing to. I'll bring all that paint down. Do you like watching people paint? Like Bob Ross? I know you can't visually see what I'm doing, but maybe I'll have a setup better where you guys can see actually what I'm doing. Right now is not a good placement. But that's okay. And you know, I should have went with the job that I had offered to me as a car wash attendant. But I was stupid and thought I would have a better job because someone called before I started that job, and it was a better job, but the hours that they wanted to give me was not what was expected. They were gonna give me 10 hours a week. And I don't know if you can survive on that realistically. I can't. And then I got a hold of the welfare department, and they said that in order for me to get on cash assistance that I would have to have less than $1,000 in assets, and my car, I know my car is worth more than $1,000, but then again, whose car is worth less than $1,000 right now? You would have to actually have no car to get cash assistance, and that just seems absurd to me. Really absurd. I don't know if Trump did that, or I don't want to blame no one, because you know Trump is the scapegoat. He is the scapegoat. Yeah, he might have things that he had put in play, but there are other working mechanisms in the cog of politics to say, oh yeah, it's Trump's fault. You know, there's many votes, many, and you want to say Republican, I'm not sure. I'm independent, so don't come for me. But Um, I just found that like really crazy that you can't get cash assistance unless you have less than $1,000 in assets. Where does that leave people? Nowhere, in no man's land. And it's not even like I'm not looking for a job. I'm actively looking for a job. Maybe I should reach out to Bosch and try to get a job with them. But they're like located in New Hampshire. The craziest thing, okay, I'm gonna say it. The workplace drama that was going on, that where I am located, is the supervisor, and we'll all say allegedly because we cannot make claims that we do not have proof of, allegedly was having sexual relations with the coworker down the cubicles, but they would go out on their breaks at the same point in time every single day. And you know, the woman, she's high up too. She should be taking the time not with him, because like if you're in the leadership role, you should take turns in the break, just so if someone does need help, someone is there and we're not waiting for the supervisor to get back and the lady to get back from doing whatever they're doing to resolve the issue. It would be resolved at that moment, but hey, and the thing of it was the wife was right there in the cubicle next to him, and she's seen everything, and that's why I was like, ugh. Like, I have bad PTSD from my 9-year marriage, that he was a narcissist and is still a narcissist, blames me for everything. But he would go to the bar and come home every night around 12 to 2 o'clock, as the bars are letting out. And I was home with our first child, and it made me feel amazingly alone. Not amazing, but what do you want to say? It made me feel incredibly alone. He kept me away from, everyone, friends, family, anyone that I could talk about anything, and then maybe you should get out of that relationship. Yeah, no, he kept me away from everyone. And the one time I did go talk to someone, which, I regret wholeheartedly, my ex-boyfriend, and we didn't do anything. We just talked in his car And, you know, I understand he thought I did something, because obviously I would think that I did something. If he, you know, didn't think that, or didn't do what he did. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I'm trying to pay and talk at the same time. But I regret that, even though, you know, I was in a bad spot. I should have never talked to anyone. I should have just grabbed my balls and go. I'm just joking. But life brings crazy things. I'm almost done. Then I'll flatten it out more so it's not all bumpy. Oh no, okay. And I can fix things along the way that I need to fix. But I figure it's time for me to try something new, get out of my box of trying to be comfortable and not seen in the world. I was trying to get into like a modeling career, but that also is hard. There's a lot of pretty girls. A lot. I think I bring a different attitude to the world, and that's good. Like, no one needs to be the same, for sure. It would be boring. And then I get the little paintbrush. I'll flatten this out. I noticed whenever I was painting before that if I left a harsh like line on the canvas, that it would make these bumps that were like unwanted. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just flattening all the black out here. And then I'll show you guys eyes once I get it all flattened out. But I think I would have been a really good asset to Bosch. They would have kept me. It's just like, I said what I wanted to say, which was I was gonna take the supervisor's position, and I shouldn't have said that. Should have kept that to myself. But you know, I'm a big mouth. Can't keep nothing to myself. So here I am telling the world. I don't feel bad either, because the way they do things there is horrible. Like I said, like, the person that was allegedly fucking the supervisor, her best friend was the HR person, and that was a conflict of interest in itself, because you have the boogeyman fucking around with the supervisor, and the supervisor, or the girl, is best friends with the HR person. So it made no sense. Alright. Then, there's that. And then I'm going to take a little brush and go over the places that I need to go. Who would want to work in that, like, environment? And I know it was none of my business, but like I said, I have really bad PTSD from when my husband used to do that to me myself. And I'm a girl's girl. I can't take that. If you fucking around on your own time, that's one thing. That's totally you. That is you. But to fuck around on company time, that's what I'm having issue with. And it was crazy, like, they were letting that go on and didn't have a care in the world. The world's crazy. Like, people don't have any moral compass anymore, and it's sad. It's sad. Let me see if I can get this one better. Maybe this one. just did blatantly do it right in front of the wife too, like. And this is all allegedly. But could they have had an open marriage? Yes. But that's whenever you do things after hours. You can tell I'm not stoked about that situation. But the job interview that I went to, it was just a waste of time. For a single mom that, you know, at daycare, they only do certain hours. So it's not like I can go out of those hours of the operation of the daycare. I can't. Where I would, there. Oh, wait. I'm trying. There. And yes, I did smear it on the wing, but we will fix that. I enjoyed thus far. I was thinking about putting an actual like chain around it. We'll get to that. That'll be like the last thing. But what color should her hair be? We'll think about that. I do like leaving the faces plain. Even though I did do the face on the mermaid, I like highly debated that one. I really fought myself with that one. And we will let it dry, and then I'll come back for part 2. And we'll continue. Thank you for staying with me on this and my what do you want to say, trauma dumping as the youngins say. If you would like, please subscribe, like I said, so you can be updated on when I'm going to do the next round of painting to it. And hopefully we'll get to 55, I think it is 55 subscribers, just so we can do the live stream. I think that would be better with the art, to be honest, you know. But thank you. I hope you have a good day. Jesus loves you, and we'll all get through this together.